Buckets. That's the name of my boat. Buckets.
Buckets. What we get.
Not the only transfer we got from Florida. Keith Stone, too. Remember that.
Everybody who watches his show on a regular basis knows my love of the stretch four.
You know, we all make mistakes. He might have made one going to Tallahassee.
If y'all don't know. Dribble to the left, cross over to the right. Hurricane to the game, many buckets for the night. Matt with the pick and roll, Melissa with the give and goes. This Shelly, you, hoodie girl dunking in the hole. Check the scoreboard, this what we fall for. Peep the gameplay, they want an encore. Yeah, overtime for another round. It's buckets out the buckets, baby. You out of time. It's buckets. What it is, homie, it's buckets. Woo! We get buckets. Yeah, baby, buckets.
I have no shame.
I know. That's the problem.
You guys are awesome.
What up, everyone? Welcome to another winning edition of Buckets here on 5 Reasons Sports. Shout out to Jackson and Bill in the chat. Yep. Vish, I hopefully this win today was some good medicine for your COVID.
I mean, it was a struggle. The struggle was real. But you know, we got the win and yeah. Season marches on, right? 9 games left now, 9 games to win. So
and some big resume building wins that we're going to need. So hopefully
yeah, after Virginia's win today at Clemson, that would be a quad 1 win if we win on Monday. So not to get ahead of, you know, breaking this game down, but that, and then you got your Dukes and your Carolinas. There's opportunity to get 4 quad 1 wins.
Yeah, I was wondering what Kane's Cat's Heat was referring to when he said it's over, but I guess he's referring to Keyshawn leaving after this year. We'll see. Let's not jump to conclusions. We're in the middle of the season. Matt's not here. He's on vacation in Costa Rica. Yeah. So Vish was giving him like live updates in our group text for like the last 5 minutes of the game.
Then he finally pulled up the statistics there. So
yeah, our road through the rest of the season is going to be rough. We got Virginia next, and then we've got 2 against UNC and 1 against Duke. Nate's in the building. What's up, Bryce? We got some of the OGs in the house tonight. Good stuff. I said we were going to do a late night buckets, but Vish is ill. Oh, Matt is here. Look at that. Our guys in the house.
Yeah, I did promise Nate a buckets, but thought it would be you know, later than this, but yeah, we'll see how long I can last. So
yeah, Vish is wanting to go to bed sooner than later. So late night buckets is more of like a evening buckets.
It's an evening buckets.
Yeah. So shall we get into talking about the men's game? We are going to talk women's hoops in a little bit because they've got a big game against FSU tomorrow. So I guess we should start off with what Bryce is saying. Matthew Cleveland returned from his hip injury with his massage gun that he was using on the sideline 2 games ago.
Yeah. Yes. You know, best way to treat a bruise, I'm sure. Is
we're not really sure. We're not really sure what the point of that was, but
given your medical experience, that's not a great sign. I actually, yeah, you guys all have to live with the coughing, but I actually do wonder if they misdiagnosed it initially. Because remember, he whatever it was got hurt, went to the bench. They looked at it for a little bit. Then he just sat there normally, came back out, like wasn't even getting treatment, and then asked out of the game again. Then he had a massage gun, and then he missed several games.
Yeah,
So
we're not really sure what the real
what
story
the injury
is.
is, but he looked good to go today. So that is so that was good to see. 13 boards. He had a lot of
Mhm.
energy. Opened the game with the jumper. So I think, they were probably cautious not to rush him back, and he had a huge game today.
Oh, and Jackson is pointing out that Louisville is currently beating FSU by 11. Um, there's a minute and a half left in the first half.
I mean, when our bad losses are playing each other, it's not really.
Yeah, right.
There's no winner there. So we're not benching Wagasso enough. If he's healthy enough to suit, he's going to play a lot. And I don't know exactly what you guys. I mean, we can talk about this. I don't want to be negative. If you're going to go in the chat and just complain about everything, even after we won by 8, we'll just address this head on. The bench was awful. There was no one to sub in. Norchad got into foul trouble.
We have 6, like what you want to call it, 6 reliable guys. Whether Wooga's making shots or not, he got injured in the first 2 minutes.
We were better with him on the court than without him on the court. So what do you mean he's not healthy enough to suit up? All right, whatever. Argue amongst yourselves in the chat. We're going to talk about what actually happened on the court.
Yeah.
I mean, the bench is awful, so he's going to play if he can play.
It's kind of like a roulette of which bench player is going to have a decent game and we can get minutes out of them is what's going to happen. We saw AJ Casey play for the first time in a few games. Like it is what it is. If it's the starters and Bensley, and that's your reliable 6, and then everything after that is a crapshoot.
Yeah, and what happened today? Unfortunately, the one thing, because we can actually take 5 of those 6 and play them across 4 positions.
Mm-hmm.
The one player that's the only player we have at that position is Norchad.
And I thought AJ Casey survived coming in for the little minutes that he had.
I mean, he had a pretty terrible plus minus, but that's just because he weathered those last minutes of the first half when we got blown off the court.
Anyone who comes in to relieve Norchad is probably going to have a terrible plus minus because Norchad brings something different than anyone else can bring.
Yeah, and so I mean, we went to all right. I'm just gonna ignore the chat. Let's do the show here. So I think. Yeah, his Rohan makes a good point there. Like the fouls Norchad made were not the smartest ones.
Honestly, that's nothing new. Unfortunately,
yeah, but especially
this is what it is with him.
The first one, he just grabbed the guard coming off the screen. Like I don't know what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, I've seen our players do this quite a few times. Like when the ball gets knocked out of your hands, you can dribble it again. Like Nigel didn't want to dribble because he thought he picked his dribble up, but it got deflected. He could have dribbled again. So instead he flipped the ball to their center, and that was that backcourt turnover. His only foul that was like, okay, that happens, was the one to start the second half where they went at him in the post, and you're playing post defense.
That foul I will take anytime. It's the fouls where he's like above the 3-point line. And doesn't need to make these fouls. That's what bothers me. He kind of, and I've noticed it especially when we're down, he doesn't get into foul trouble when we're winning. I think there's a correlation, but especially when we're down, he gets too over aggressive and commits stupid fouls, forgetting the fact that we need him on the floor.
Right, he's the one guy. Because we can, like you said, we can rotate the other 5 in.
Yeah, I don't think it's a question. He's our best player. It depends. Or our most valuable player, whether he's the best player or not.
No, he's definitely the most valuable because no one can back him up.
I don't know if those are mutually exclusive or not, but he's our most valuable player.
Well, yeah, I think he's definitely our most valuable because there's the other 5. We essentially have 6 starters. The other 5 guys can be on the court in the other 4 positions.
Mm-hmm.
Norchad has to be there. The other thing.
The other 5 can rotate through.
Yeah. But the other thing is, I think what's clear after this game is like we need all 6 of those guys.
Yep.
Or we basically are not a good basketball team.
It's our 6 starters, and then it's.
And then I mean that we need all those guys playing. Yeah. Otherwise, we're just not good. And that's
do you want to bring up the box score?
Sure, I can get it.
We'll talk about. So I want to talk about our free throw shooting because like this, we shot 27 of 29 from the free throw line. There's only one other time this season that we shot over 20 free throws in a game. And that was against FSU when we went 14 of 23. We have not shot more than, and there's multiple games where we shot in the single digits of free throws. So 27 of 29 from the free throw line is absolutely insane. Free throw shooting was a big part of this game because Virginia Tech is like one of the best free throw. It's like I think they said on the broadcast they were second in D1 in free throw percentage.
Yeah, they're 80.1% for the
and they
year.
shot 7 of 14, and we
Yeah.
shot 27 of 29.
And we're 76%, so we shot 17 points above our average. They shot 30 below theirs.
And I will point out that Sean Hull was reffing this game. And if you guys don't know who Sean Hull is, he is the referee that ejected me.
Nemesis.
He ejected me from a basketball game when I was a student. I didn't know they let that man back in the ACC, but apparently they did. And he missed an obvious goaltend that could have easily bit us in the butt. But luckily, Matthew Cleveland got a rebound and then got to the line, and we got the 2 free throws anyway. But when the ball hits the backboard and then is blocked, Sean Hull, that is goaltending. It's goaltending.
Yeah, no, it was a completely missed call.
I didn't realize he had been officiating other games. I realized it today. But yeah, so for me, free throw shooting stands out in the box score. Vish, what stands out to you?
Yeah, I mean, that's the big thing. Win the free throw line by 20 points.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably going to win the game. And then obviously the percentages too. They left a lot of points out there from something that they're usually really good at. The other thing is the rebounding. We did a really good job rebounding. And, you know, when Norchad gets into foul trouble, that's usually a problem. But Matthew Cleveland, man, it was
nice to have him back. He was
doing big time.
He was doing the things that he was doing earlier in the year and kind of being all over the place and not necessarily like things showing up in the box score. But I mean, 13 rebounds, it's showing up in the box score. But I like that line from him. 15 points, 4 of 9, 6 for 6 from the free throw line, 13 rebounds. No assists, but that's okay. I mean, I like from our 6 starters. I mean, obviously Wilga didn't have a great shooting night, but he did hit all of his free throws. He was injured, so I don't know if that hampered him. He's been injured like pretty much the whole year, and he's trying to do his best to get through it.
Yeah, after the game, you know, Coach I was like, I don't know what that was, but we need to get him going. So he wasn't really buying the
Bensley broke out in the second half and was kind of that spark. This is the Bensley we've all been waiting to see, by the way.
I mean, Bensley's the reason we even got back in the game.
Yeah, no, in the second half he played amazing, but this is the Bensley we all wanted to see. You know, kind of guarding full court, poking the ball away, making a difference on defense, and then making smart plays with the ball. I said it at the beginning of the season where I thought he was our best ball handler and he was doing a great job. And then kind of in the middle of the season, everything went to shit. I thought he made really good decisions as far as driving the ball in and getting some good layups. And then the threes that he made were good looks. They weren't like Nigel Pack from the logo threes. They were in rhythm. I thought they were all good looks. I wasn't there at no point during the game where I was like, oh crap, Bensley, why'd you shoot that? And I feel like I do that a few times every game. I think this is one of the best games he's played all season.
Yeah, and just to contextualize that, like when it was 57-47 and Norchad picked up his 4th foul and Bensley just took the game over.
Yeah.
And when he hit the 3 to put us up 1, that ended a run where he had scored 7 points and had a block shot on their center who was dominating every time Norchad wasn't in and just carried the whole team through.
Kane's Cats Heat, that 3 that Bensley made to put us up 1, I actually liked because it was in transition and he was wide open.
Everyone knows my philosophy on this. If you're open, shoot the rock.
Yeah, he was wide open and he was in rhythm. I have no problem with that 3. I also, to Bernard's point, George's D has made a big difference. He had that big steal right after Norchad had that steal in the dunk, which ESPN didn't show because they were like showing people in the crowd.
Lost the history.
I was like, what the hell? But no, and also
Wake her up.
George
What happened?
Keyshawn was guarding Padula the whole game and held him to 21 points. And a few of those threes Padula made, George was right in his face and was playing excellent D. And
Yeah, and
Padula just made a really good play.
he's gonna get his points, but you make him work for it.
Yeah, definitely made him work for it.
Make him take 18 shots to get there.
Yeah. So I thought honestly, Bensley and Keyshawn to me, I think both played really Bensley had a great second half. I thought Keyshawn all around had a really good game. Kind of just making plays everywhere. I thought he was a lot smarter with the ball. I mean, obviously there was that stretch where people were just making lazy passes, like the second half of the first half. I was like, these are lazy passes, or we're trying to fit passes into the into lanes that are like
exactly.
small.
I think it was a combination of lazy and also like, what are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
but his length is insane.
I think there was some really bad decision making in that middle stretch of the game. Really, the end of the first half, and then like the first part of the second half.
Matt, I don't believe in a bad shot behind the 3-point line.
Is that Jack McClinton's burner? No, but I've been very consistent.
Where's your photo? Why don't we have the 19-year-old Matt up there?
He took it down. It lives on the intro forever, though.
Right. We can never.
No, I've been pretty consistent in this, probably to the point of annoying Melissa and Matt. But everyone knows my philosophy: if you're open, shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Because we turn it over too much, and you know what? If you're open, just take the shot. We're probably not going to get a better shot. There's a good chance you turn it over. Just shoot the ball.
But that's the thing with Bensley, is that I thought he was trying too hard to make things happen in previous games, and he was taking bad shots. And like I said before, I don't think there was a moment in the game, I have to rewatch it, but I don't think there was a moment in the game where I was like, oh my God, Bensley, why did you shoot that? I feel like he was a lot smarter with his shot selection today, which in turn, he made more shots and kind of caught rhythm, and hopefully catches a little bit of confidence and brings that to the next games. I don't know, maybe him being the sixth man is better for him, because he can kind of get a feel for the game on the bench and then he comes in. I don't know. But I think this was the best game he's played.
It was also no turnovers.
9 turnovers in the first half total, only 2 in the second half. So that's a big deal too.
I mean, we definitely we caught some breaks too in this game. Like that, the last turnover he had, I don't know what Matthew Cleveland was doing. He just basically handed them the ball, and then they went down and Padula got fouled and missed both free throws, so he didn't even pay for it. It was just.
We had a couple of turnovers.
It was going our way today.
Yeah. We had a couple of turnovers where I feel like when we turned it over, like we were going to go past the ball, and then like they changed their mind last second and just like lost control of it. So,
yeah.
We also caught a break because Virginia Tech couldn't shoot a free throw this game.
Yeah, no, I mean that was
that is very unlike them. I think Padula missed 2 in a row, which is insane.
Yeah, no, he missed both of those after that turnover I was talking about, which is,
I agree with this comment also. I think Wooga was taking more jump shots in this game, because I don't think he
shot enough, period. He only took 5 shots.
I mean, honestly, was it NC State where he was like 1 of 16? If he's not feeling it, I'd rather him make his like just put his stamp on the game in another aspect, whether it's defense or rebounding.
I mean,
if he's, like if he's feeling off or he's injured and he doesn't feel like he can get a good rhythm shooting, I'd rather him do something else instead of going 1 for 16. So,
I mean, it was 3 for 16, and I mean, Nigel went
whatever it was. Yeah,
Nigel went 4 for 15 today. That happens.
Nigel missed a bunch of Nigel's shots though were layups that he missed, where I felt like he got fouled on a few of them, but Nigel needs to stop turning to the ref and complaining after every time he misses.
Well, I will say the one thing I will say, I do think while he wasn't getting calls, it was important that he kept driving it in there, because I thought so too. Eventually, they started calling the fouls.
Yeah, but like every time he hit the floor, he was going like this and looking at the ref, and I'm just like, get up and go! Like you can't, you're wasting time. So.
Yeah, but I do think that had an impact. Eventually, they had to start calling him, and that's why we got to the line so much in the second half. But yeah,
no, I don't mind him. I mean,
he had a terrible shooting day. I mean, I think his first 2, like he hit 2 really nice mid-range shots to start the game.
Yeah,
and I think
they were kind of like the little Isaiah Wong corner mid-range shots.
And he made 2 shots the rest of the game after that. and I know one was a layup and one was a corner three. So I think that was it. I mean, he shot poorly, but I was happy he kept attacking.
The 1 3 he made was like a rainbow 3 too. I was like, oh my
Right.
god, how did that go in?
So he definitely struggled with the shot, but he got to keep shooting, man. That's
Yeah.
we.
Honestly, if Nigel's taking a 3, it's probably a good shot because that's usually how
Yeah.
good he is. This is the same guy that hit like 9 threes against Kansas State. So,
Um.
but you look, Keyshawn George, 5 of 8, 2 of 2 from 3-point land, 4 of 5 free throws. Benji Joseph, 5 of 7, 2 of 4 from 3-point land, 2 of 2 free throws. I
So
love Keyshawn's line too. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals, only 2 turnovers, which is better. That's a good line from a true freshman. Gary wants to know if it's safe to watch his team again. I understand, but I check out when they play every game half asleep.
well, they
We
played this game half asleep for half the game, so I
we,
don't
we
know.
played half asleep for a lot of this game. Is it ever safe? No, you never know.
I will tell you this: we get value for money. Every game is like we've lost 3 road games, which were down to like 1 possession in the last minute.
Yeah.
So this is very. I mean, we'll see how the ball
The
bounces.
the
But
difference in this game and why we won is because we woke up in the final 5 minutes and played. A lot of games Louisville, Syracuse, FSU are all 3 games where we just went to sleep in the final 5 or 6 minutes where the game was like a 1 or like a 2 to 5 point game or something close, like a single digit game, and we just fell asleep and lost.
yeah, and I would say the difference here, other than the obvious, which is we made a shitload of free throws, is as you called out earlier, we had 2 turnovers the entire second half, and we rebounded well. And those 2 things means you maximize your possessions. The reason that we often, and this actually happened in the first half of this game, the first half of the first half. When we're playing well, it doesn't show up in the scoreboard because we don't rebound, because we turn the ball over a lot. And so you end up wasting possessions. You give the other team extra shots. So even though, like, man, we're making all these jumpers and we're shooting the ball well, and the other team's missing, but they're getting 2 or 3 shot opportunities into our 1. The next thing you know, they're still right in there. And that actually happened in this game. Before they went on that run at the end of the half and built that lead out, like, we should have been up double digits, but we kept turning it over because we came out shooting the ball really well. And we only up by like 4 points. I mean, this should not be 4 points right now. And then we hit a cold spell. And so I think the difference in the second half, we didn't turn the ball over. We secured the glass, which means when we started out playing them.
And we were getting to the line. I mean, Virginia Tech had 22 personal fouls to our 14. We got to the line 29 times. Like, that's a big deal. They had 4 players that had 4 fouls.
Yeah, no, a lot of those they started intentional fouling really early. So,
but still, like, you're getting to the line.
No, we were getting.
And if we can shoot free throws like we did tonight, then,
well, I mean,
that's how you're going to seal games.
Well, let's be real. Like, I'm not going to shoot 27 to 29, but
I'm like I said before, it's only the second time this season we've gotten to the line 20 times in a game, and then again we only shot 14 of 23. So
yeah,
but I feel like our free throw shooting's gotten better.
It has. Surprisingly, Nigel.
The women's has too, by the way.
Yeah. We'll get to them in a minute, but surprisingly, Nigel is still struggling. He was the one miss the whole game until we missed one at the Keyshawn. I think
missed one, yeah.
And then we got
the only one. He was 5 of 6.
Yeah, but he was again. What's that percentage wise? 80, low 80s. He's shooting. He is the 5th or 6th best free throw shooter on our team right now.
Listen, if he's having a bad shooting night and he can get 5 of 6 from the line, I'll take it.
I'm not taking 5 of 6 from him. He's shooting 75% or something free throws in the year. Like, he needs to make that up. He's dropped 10 points off his free throw percentage from last year.
I mean, no, he needs to get better, but he's obviously struggling with something. So 5 of 6, it is what it is. We only missed 2 the whole game. So,
but I mean, just a good example of how, like, this was just our day. The second miss was Keyshawn missed the second of 2 free throws. We got the rebound and got fouled again, and then Matthew made them both. So we got 3 points out of that instead too. So
yeah,
it just went our way today.
And you know what didn't happen today? We didn't get a Norchad 3-pointer.
No attempts. Yeah, he did.
He did not attempt a 3.
Well, I think part of that is like, so we can talk a little bit about their bigs and their bench too, because I mean they do have bigs that they like. That Poteet guy's a big dude, and then they have a really good freshman Lynn Kidd who's really talented, and Norchad kind of played Kid off the court so that they were kind of strategically subbing him in when Norchad wasn't in. But I think because it was a big on big matchup, Norchad kind of was just banging with the dude inside and got his post game going, and he came out really well. And then of course the foul trouble just killed his game because he was taking that matchup earlier. But once he got into foul trouble, we went to our normal rotation of bringing in Nwoko, and boy, Lin Kid took his ass to school, to the point that we had to bench him and put AJ Casey in. So that was not great. I don't know what that means going forward. It basically means what we already do, which is Norchad cannot get into foul trouble. Like, we cannot have extended Nwoko AJ Casey minutes. But no, I mean, I think it was a good lesson for Nwoko because it's a talented, skilled big man, and they ran the ball into the post, and he was putting moves on and just getting layups out of it because he good footwork. And eventually, Coach Elge just had to put AJ Casey in to finish the half out because it just wasn't happening. And then Joe Bay had a really rough short outing as well.
We did not see Christian Watson.
We did not. And I'm suspecting, absent foul trouble or injuries, we're unlikely to see Joe Bay or Christian Watson because, again, we can play the other five.
You rotate the five with 4 spots, and then Norchad, you go.
I still think it will be Nwoko first. He's earned more than one chance, but today it was it just was. I mean, that was just a bad matchup. That kid had him.
Yeah.
And in fact, when it got this, so Nwoko came in for a quick, just to give Norchad a rest before the foul trouble. The guy scored twice on him. Norchad picked up his second foul, and I tweeted it, like, they're gonna put Kid back in. He's gonna go score on Nwoko, and they waited one dead ball. He came in, made another layup, and then that was it. Coach L pulled Nwoko out, and that was the end of his day. Yeah, I mean, plus minus can certainly be misleading in this case. Basically, if you weren't on the court for the last 6 or 7 minutes of the first half, you're positive. Otherwise, you're, and that's why AJ Casey's got the worst on the team because he had to ride those not Norchad minutes. I mean, the real story is we are significant. If you want to read the plus minus,
the plus minus for Norchad,
we're a significantly better team with Norchad on the court, and that we already knew, and that you can see right there. So, he's got to avoid the dumb fouls. Fouls happen, but you don't need to be hip checking the point guard 35 feet from the basket. Like, you don't need to do that. Never need to grab the guard coming off of a screen. Just let them go. It's fine. You'd rather them make a layup than get a foul. So it's, using your head a little bit better.
Agreed.
The other thing Coach L talked about, I mean, we haven't publicly stated why he's getting fitted for a tux, but
Nate, are we allowed to say why you're getting fitted?
Are we allowed to talk about your he's going to prom, people? But anyway, so actually Coach L talked about how, Virginia Tech runs a pack line defense very similar to Virginia, and kind of the mistakes we were making early in the game where we were trying to drive into it and force it. At the second, I said that adjustment we made at halftime was actually player movement, ball movement, stop driving into traffic. And I would amend what he said to something we did in the first half too horribly, which was try to fit the ball into traffic. Like we're Tyler Van Dyke forcing it into double coverage and throwing an interception. And
why do we bring these things up?
Because it was that bad. I mean, the AJ Casey's turnover is so unfair because Keyshawn tried to elect the court, bounce pass to him. And
AJ Casey touched it.
Into triple coverage, and AJ Casey kind of caught it and then lost it and got the I mean, like the other turnover we had in the second half, the Matthew Cleveland, was Norchad coming off an up screen at the 3-point line, trying to wrap around pass to Wooga. I mean, I'm just like, what are you doing, man? You're the center. Do not try to make that pass. Yeah. So I think in the first half we did a lot. That was the only time we did that in the second half, was that Norchad pass. So I think, just securing the ball. mainstay of Robbie Barron's Chihuahua. You can Google that if you don't know what he's talking about.
But like real quick, like look at the points breakdown. Like we scored 26 in the first half. We scored 56 in the second
Right.
half. The second half is the kind of basketball I want to see where we're scoring 50 plus.
Yeah, I mean that's part of it, but also there were 3 guys back because this is what Coach L actually talked about at halftime, Nate. That he's like, it's the pack line defense. They pack the paint in early in the possessions. You cannot force the drive in there, or you cannot force the pass in there early in the possession because they're all packed in there. They're going to tip the ball. They're going to steal the ball. You have to move the ball around. Then they'll stretch out, and then the gaps are there. And we did obviously in the second half we did a much better job at doing that. In the first half, we just didn't do that. We tried to force it.
The second half we fixed it.
Yeah, and I thought, a lot of driving into traffic in the first half where the ball got tipped out. And or we tried to throw passes into traffic, which again, hopefully we're playing yeah, exactly, Nate. And that's what Coach L talked about, and he reinforced that at halftime. Then we did a much better job. You got to spread them out so they can't be packed in there. If you're just going to drive into it, you're just playing into exactly what they're trying to get you to do.
For sure. Agreed.
So let me ask you a question. What do you think we see lineup wise for Virginia? Obviously, the starters, I think we know who they are. Bensley's going to play a lot. And
I think we're gonna try and rely on those 6 as much as possible. And then you just try to get away with whatever you can if you got to play anybody else. I have not watched a lot of Virginia basketball. I know they were struggling at the beginning of the year, but they've won quite a few straight now.
They're comfortably
and they're
in
looking
third
like the
place.
Virginia that I expected to see this year. So
yeah, one at Clemson today. They're comfortably in third place in the ACC right now.
That's going to be a tough game, but it would be a really big resume builder for us to win it.
Yeah, I'm curious if Joe Bay. I don't know. He didn't get him today. He was bad. He was bad today, and I think.
But you know what? But what can you expect? He's a true freshman who hadn't.
Oh, I'm not. I'm talking about. So, I don't expect anything from Joe Bay for sure. I'm just saying, is Coach L really going to throw him out there in Charlottesville in like a day from now?
This is what I need to see. I need to see if AJ Casey gets minutes. I need to see more out of him, having been in the system for a year. I want to see this Bensley Joseph that we just saw. I want to see Norchad being smarter with his fouling. But as far as what he did in the post, I want to see more of that. I want to see Nigel getting back on track shooting wise. I just want Wooga to not turn an ankle in the game.
By the way, that was a foul. The play
I want to see the consistency. I want to see the consistency that Keyshawn had today. I thought overall, an all-around game, he played really well. I want to see more from Matthew Cleveland as always. I say it every time we see him play that I want to see him be more aggressive. So
I need us to take care of the basketball.
Yeah,
you're not going to score any points if you don't get shot attempts. So to me, that's take care of the basketball and effort on defense, and
I thought I muted my notifications, and apparently I didn't.
That's what I need from this team: is take care of the basketball, play effort on defense, and maximize the minutes of the 6 guys. Because I frankly would care to not see anyone else on the court, but some of them are gonna have to play a little bit, but minimize minutes. Cannot have anyone in foul trouble.
Honestly, I would like to see Watson get some minutes. I think he's valuable defensively. Or at least puts the effort in on the defensive end. His offense, the poor guy.
His offense is so well because he's lost all confidence. He's basically here, plug this.
But yeah,
it's a tough game, but it's one we need to win. So
it's definitely one we need to win. We need to win a lot more games. Yep. I like that. Low turnovers, limit bad fouls, and win 50-50 balls.
Yeah, we just if we stay out of foul trouble, we can ride 6 guys to that win.
Yeah. More importantly, Norchad needs to stay out of foul trouble. So, did we talk about my new hoodie?
We didn't. Did you say, can we talk about my new hoodie?
let's talk about my new hoodie. Should I go? Oh, let me turn it. So, for context, I was at the Adidas outlet yesterday. And they had
Shocking. I know
hoodies.
she was at an Adidas outlet.
They had hoodies on sale. So I got 3 new hoodies. They were $25, and then I got an additional 20% off for first responders discount. When I told Vish this and I showed him the pictures, he said I robbed the store. So I'm debuting actually all 3 of them are my favorites. One of them is the one that the team actually was wearing in France, the peace sign one, but I didn't wear that one. But this one's awesome that I'm wearing tonight. So hold on, let me put on hoodie cam. Hoodie cam. I need to get some graphics or something. Let's see. Oh, I think the camera moved.
It's just like you can't see the hoodie at all on that camera.
I didn't check to see.
See, this is what happens.
Well, I'm just gonna have to stand up. The camera moved and I have not adjusted it. Hold on.
When you do no show prep.
No show prep. Who moved my camera?
I mean, obviously you did. It couldn't possibly be the completely unstable monitor mount that it's sitting on.
Yeah. Oh well.
Is the cord pulling it back up? Why does it keep it tilting back up?
Well, I'll just stand up. Here's the new hoodie.
Oh, I use some zip ties, by the way. Anyway, you can see it standing up. Yes.
Boom. And look at the fruit have.
Oh wait, hold
Adidas
on. Let me do this correctly.
There you go.
Always fresh, always original.
But you see how the fruit have the Adidas hoodies, the Adidas logos on them? Boom.
Yes.
Good stuff. I have to fix that camera. We can do that offline.
Oops. That view's ass. There we go.
You know what? The monitor moved. I have to mess around with the camera. It was in the perfect position before. And then it moved. Do we want to see the other 2 hoodies, or should I wait to debut them on a different show?
Whatever you want, man. Whatever you want.
We'll see if the chat wants to see the other hoodies or if they want to wait.
Well, we can talk about so I guess just to contextualize the Virginia game, right? They are now a quad 1 team. In fact, why don't I pull up the standings so you can and I will share those. And then you can see and someone can explain to me why Clemson is comfortably in the field. If you can find them all the way down at the bottom of the standings. But here are actually I was wrong about Virginia. They're now second in the ACC. They've moved ahead of Duke.
Duke lost to UNC today.
Yeah, yes, and that's what caused the change. Let me share this. All right, so here's your standings. So yes, this team is comfortably in the field because they beat Alabama for some reason. So they're in. Everyone else is out other than Duke and North Carolina, apparently. But Virginia would represent a quad 1 win. They're undefeated at home.
Be a massive win.
And we need to gather those. So yeah. We have the opportunity for 2 quad 1 wins next week.
And we play North Carolina twice.
Yep. But I mean, you got to get the home one.
Yeah, we do. But the away one also would be key.
I mean, it'd be great if we just won the rest of the games, win the ACC tournament, and won the NCAA
6-0. If we go 6-0, I will eat Popeyes live on stream.
Well, now it's 5 more, right?
5 more. Yeah.
Yeah, but so this is where it sits right now. Did that Florida State loss chalk up from tonight yet? Or did they? Wait, that was still the first half, right? The Louisville game?
That was the first half. Let me check the score.
But anyway, so you can see where Virginia's sitting up near the top there. So and they will be in, I'm sure, the latest bracket release because winning at Clemson.
I didn't leave.
Winning at Clemson is considered a big win. So that they'll be in the field, so to speak, come Monday when we play them. So big opportunity in Charlottesville.
It is 55-49, 5 minutes into the second half. So Florida State started the half. They're on a 14. Well, they're outscoring Louisville 14-8 in the second half.
All right. I mean, both those teams are cool either, and we shouldn't have lost either of them at home. All right. Women's team.
Should we plug our sponsor?
We can do that.
As a good segue. Are we doing a Mount Rushmore?
Not without Matt.
Okay.
Wow, you're just gonna
I didn't
abandon
know if you
that?
were or not. I honestly.
Mount Trashmore. What sucks in and out?
So Buckets and Five Reasons Sports is sponsored by Prize Picks. Sign up on prizepicks.com using the offer code 5FIVE, and Buckets and Five Reasons Sports will match up to your first $100 deposit. What you do is you bet the over under on stats for 2 to 6 players, and if you get it right, you win. So head over prizepicks.com, offer code 5FIVE. And don't bet on the Canes like Matt does and jinx us.
Yeah, what did he put? Matthew Cleveland against FSU over like
Yeah,
20 combined points, rebounds,
we,
and
we
assists.
were
He got
doomed.
two.
We were doomed.
He got two.
Doomed, I tell you.
Just
Doomed.
it's hard to miss a bet that bad, Matt.
Yeah.
All right, women. Shit's coming together. It is FSU and 11 a.m. tip off in Tallahassee.
I will be asleep, but hopefully I'll get to catch part of the game before work.
So will their fans. It's gonna be an empty arena.
It's at FSU, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So FSU is a very like bipolar team. They have some really great wins and then they have some really horrible losses. So I'm not really quite sure how to judge them. They beat UNC, who we lost to. They beat Virginia Tech, who we lost to. But then they got blown out versus Duke by 42 points, who we just beat the other day. And then they lost to NC State, who we beat. So not quite sure the matchup we're gonna get. Hopefully Cheyenne and Jazz keep playing like they've been playing, because Cheyenne's been really fun to watch the last few games.
Yeah, she has been playing at a really high level. Jazz have been struggling with their shot, but she got it going in the last game against Wake Forest. That was a good breather game, get everyone healthy.
And even then, we were not up a lot at halftime.
Yeah, we kind of screwed around in the end of the second quarter and let
We were
them back
playing
in
with our
the game.
food.
Yeah, pretty much, and then just blew them away in the third and fourth quarter. So
Pretty
it was a
much.
good win. Got a lot of players that are struggling. some
Z
action.
is playing so freaking good. I love it. It was also nice to see some of our bench get some more minutes, because they haven't got a ton of. Hilton got a bunch more minutes than she had previously in the last couple games.
She'd basically fallen out of the rotation, so
Yeah.
she'd gotten some time in there. Tasha got in
Tosh
there,
got some minutes.
hadn't played the last game, so
Kyla was keeping the ball up when she was getting rebounds and getting putbacks. I was so excited. I went back and watched the Wake Forest game, and I was like, finally, I've been yelling for it the whole season. It drives me nuts. She gets a rebound and she brings the ball back down, and that's not her game. Keep the ball up there. Use your size. Or as the announcer said, she takes up space, which I was like,
Kyla's.
I was like, I don't know how I feel about that comparison, but leave the ball up there, use your size, and put it back. And that's what she was doing. Stop bringing the ball down. Stop dribbling. That's not your game.
Kyla low-key, I think, is like fiery. She doesn't like show any emotion, but then like she'll just like knock someone on their ass. You'll be like, man, Kyla's pissed off, isn't she? With like no emotion.
Amari Stoudemire.
Kyla's awesome.
I call her Amari Stoudemire because she's got the
intimidates their
goggles
opponents.
and,
They don't-
and
they
the
don't-
socks, you know.
They don't want to come in the paint when Kyla's patrolling, so
It's like, it's such a difference between watching the women play and the men play, because we have a good bench with the women and we have like 3 capable centers. Like, I wish they could share some of the wealth to the men so like even it out a little bit, you know? So we are currently 9th in the ACC. We're 4 and 5 in ACC play. FSU, Duke and FSU are ahead of us at 6 and 4. So this is a big game tomorrow, just as far as kind of moving up to the in the standings, and then also like getting tiebreakers against these teams too, because they're the ones ahead of us.
yeah. And I mean, I'm less worried about the
Neat. I don't mess with someone that wears rec specs. I love Kyla.
told you, man, she'll fuck you up. I'm less worried about the standings because I mean, our schedule has been horrible.
Yeah, no, I just want I want to be in the top 8 because I want to have at least one bye in the ACC tournament.
I think we'll land there by the end of it. Like,
Yeah,
'cause
that's what I'm looking at.
But I think we can set our sights a little higher than top 8.
Oh, for sure. But we have an easier schedule coming up. But like it's FSU, so for me, like I want.
I mean, this is just simply just beat FSU because they're FSU. And I do
want another
think
NC State performance, and I want Cheyenne to go off like she did against Duke, because shooting lights out the gym, man.
I forgot Jada played at Duke too.
Oh yeah, and so did Coach Meyer.
Well, I mean that I don't forget, but Coach Meyer doesn't give a fuck anymore. So.
Also, I will say, since you're mentioning Jada, I feel like Jada doesn't get enough love.
Well, given that we're the only show that covers the team, you're saying us, so go for it.
And I apologize. I don't think she's getting. I didn't mute that notification because it's my mom. It's the only notification I'm not muting. But she's
say hi to Hoodie Mom.
She's at the casino because we won money yesterday at the casino. She doesn't get enough love. She has, in the last couple of games, like close games, she's had key offensive rebounds, making free throws. I feel like she's responsible with the ball. I don't feel like she's getting the love that she deserves. And also she's like made the most half court like shots in practice. Like I see her making the half court shot all the time on the Twitter.
That's key for our team.
Making the half court shot. No, but like I feel I like she hits some key threes, but like her rebounding, and especially like when we go small and it's like 5 guards on the court, she's the one that's guarding their center. So we don't give her enough love, and she's kind of doing like the Matthew Cleveland type thing where it might not show up in the box score, but she's everywhere. You know what I mean?
Right. She's the glue person.
For real. I think we only get her for this year, so we can't take her for granted. This is her last season of eligibility.
She's the only one that's out eligible.
She's the only one. Everybody else on the team can come back next year, which is kind of insane to think about if most of them stick around, which hopefully they do.
Portalera, man. Portalera.
Well, I mean, some of our key pieces already transferred in, so I don't think Cheyenne's going anywhere. I don't think Lamaya's going anywhere.
It's the portal. We have a lot of bigs.
Yeah.
Anyway.
If Z transfers, I would be so sad because I really enjoy watching her play.
I don't know that everyone's. I mean,
we'll see.
The way college basketball is now, but that game is for at 11 a.m. for some reason. I'm sure there's an explanation somewhere, but I don't know what it is.
All right, what are your keys to the game tomorrow? What do you want to see?
It's so, like you said, FSU is schizophrenic, right? They'll play really well one game, poorly the next. They won their last game before they lost 3 in a row, and they have been shown that you can defend them. So, to me, that's the key. Hold them under 60 points, and you'll win this game.
The key is, can we score over 60 points? Which I think with the way Cheyenne's been shooting and the way Z's been taking over down low, and even Kyla, because she's keeping the ball up. I think. Do they have bigs? How big are their bigs?
Yeah, they have some size, but nothing. Again, I'm not worried about any of that.
Yeah, it's so nice. Like the Kyla Z, like if one gets in foul trouble, we have the other, and you still have Tosh too, who I still think is playing relatively well, even though she's not getting a lot of minutes right now. A lot of options. I wonder if they play zone.
I mean, a lot of teams zone us because, we're big, so you want to force us away from the basket. We're not the best shooting team, so.
Unless Cheyenne has the ball.
Even then, I mean, we're not a great a knockdown 3-point shooting that's really going to rotate the ball and just get the open person. They're going to make a 3. A lot of slashers, a lot of combo guards.
Oh yeah, Jalea and Lachey.
Jalea,
even they have been making a couple threes.
Right, but when you think about a team you want to zone, it's a team of even Cheyenne's much more of a let me get mine off the dribble type. So is Jazz.
I know she's had a few
Juliet,
step back pretty shots.
right? But again, so if you're thinking about who is ideal to zone against, it's a team like this that wants to
Mhm.
make plays off the dribble. That's definitely us.
We'll see.
So
Hopefully it's not a 3-2.
I mean, hopefully it is a 3-2. Just knock corner threes down all day.
So who do we have left on the schedule?
You mean from top? We still have Florida State again, and I think and Syracuse. I think are the only two ranked teams left. Or Florida State just fell out of the rankings,
Yeah.
but the only two tough.
Florida State, and then we've got Clemson at home.
Yeah, Clemson's not good though. So I
At
think
at Georgia Tech, Syracuse at home, which I believe they're ranked.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. The two
And
tough
then
games.
Florida State at home again, at Virginia, at Clemson, Pitt, and then Pitt and Georgia Tech at home. So
Yeah, so really it's the two Florida State games and the Syracuse game are the tough
Those
ones.
are our three hardest games left.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, if the women go 6-0 in a stretch, I will also eat Popeyes on the show. Men or women.
We're at 2 already here. Hold on. This could be happening soon.
Yep. I will also eat Popeyes. We'll go with the women also.
Wow, here we go.
Because then we'll make it more likely because the women are playing a lot better.
If you want, I will take your ass to Popeyes. You don't need to do a gimmick. I understand you want good quality chicken sandwiches.
I had Chick-fil-A twice in the last 3 days.
I know, and now I get why you want Popeyes. So
Well, because my mom got me breakfast this morning because I wasn't supposed to stay at her house last night. I was only supposed to stay over one night. But I stayed, and so she was like, I'll get you Chick-fil-A breakfast in the morning since you stayed over. So got my bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit without the bacon and the hash browns.
Did they have the Coke or whatever you're trying to get?
And she got me a Coke. I didn't drink it all. I only drank like half of it. Coke in the morning is not exactly my favorite thing, but it tastes good going down.
Plus, you like the ice.
Yes, love the ice.
We talk to each other too much. All right, so yeah, this could happen. But like I said, if you just want a Popeye sandwich, I will get you one.
Well, our sixth win, because we have 2 in a row right now. Our sixth win would be a ranked Syracuse at home. If we were to make that run right now.
I mean, we've been through the worst part of the schedule, so
yeah. But Syracuse is going to be included in this no matter what, because there's only 5 games after Syracuse. So.
well, you're not counting ACC tournament, so they could go.
Oh, that's true. That. That's true. Well, we're going to win the ACC tournament, so there would be your 6-0.
We came close a couple of years ago. One game short.
That Destiny Harden 5-minute stretch is like. Was actually the inaugural thing I watched on this new laptop.
This is very accurate.
Popeyes is good quality chicken served by people that openly dislike you.
I've never denied that. I even say like if you actually get what you ordered, it's better. I've been very clear on this. You don't know what it's going to be in the bag or on the sandwich, but if it's what you ordered, you're good to go.
We also got to plan our Buckets All-Star show.
Yeah, we'll do that. That's all off-season stuff. We have a lot of season left.
I know.
The men are still alive. The women are definitely going to the tourney, so we got a lot to cover.
For sure.
What random college town am I going to have to travel to for that?
Also, Coach Meyer just got her 150th ACC win.
Yep.
Shout out to the GOAT. Every time they post about her, I just post the ghost emoji underneath the Instagram or the Twitter because she is the GOAT.
Yeah, no, that team's definitely going to the tournament. So,
yep.
Now the question is, do I travel to a random college town to watch them play? Because that's how the first 2 rounds of the women's too.
The women's Final Four, the semifinals are on my birthday, so that would be quite the birthday present.
I'm talking more the early rounds. Obviously,
well, me and Vish would be celebrating my birthday in Cleveland.
Obviously, if they're going to Cleveland, we're going. I'm talking about like when I go to I don't know, wherever the hell campus, Lincoln, Nebraska. I don't even know if Nebraska.
Well, if I'm off that weekend, then yes, we are.
All right.
So.
Okay, we'll go to some random college campus
because I don't think Phoenix is going to happen.
I mean, Phoenix.
Unless this turns into the team 2 years ago that limps into the tournament barely and then makes a run. But
I wrote about this. If this team is healthy, they're the same fucking team that was supposed to be the second best team in the ACC and a contender.
Yep.
So go out there and play like it. We got 1 win, 9 more. No mercy.
Anything else, Vish? Knowing our luck, they'd send us to Iowa City.
I thought about that, and I'm like, am I gonna have to drop like a G on a freaking ticket to watch our women's? Actually, no.
Yeah, I can't. If we have to play in Iowa against Caitlin Clark, those tickets are going to be insane, and I can't.
I think we can. Never mind.
What?
We'll talk. I don't think we're gonna have to. Anyway.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You got me.
I got you.
I just realized, wait, what am I doing here? I don't need to do that.
Yeah. Buckets business. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So yeah, the women play tomorrow at 11 a.m. It's probably like on the ESPN app because we don't get a national broadcast at all.
That is incorrect, Miss Brown. It is over the air on the CW.
Oh, still a network that nobody gets.
Actually, everyone gets the CW.
Actually, I need to.
It's a network. It's literally.
Somebody remind me to set my DVR because if it's on the CW, it's not going to be on the ESPN.
Yeah, it's not on the app, so you got to record it live. But actually,
the ACC network YouTube page actually posts all the games, but it's like 4 days later. So it's like if we're gonna cover it, I have to be able to watch it sooner than later, and so I can't wait like 5 days for the ACC to post it on YouTube.
Yeah, but that is on the CW, which is a network television and nationally available, so it's on everywhere.
But not everyone has cable. You were complaining about it the other night because
no, it's network television. You can stick a freaking coat hanger in your TV and get it.
Oh,
CW is OTA. It's like being on CBS or everyone has it.
So you're telling people to break the law?
It's not breaking the law. It's free over the air. That's what OTA means.
Oh, I don't
just
know.
like if you don't have cable, you still get like 4 channels. One of those is CW. That's why they signed the contract and got off Bally's. It was actually a positive move by the ACC for once. They got out of Bally's and instead it's over the air. Everyone has CW.
Yeah, people aren't a fan of Bally's.
Well, because you don't get it unless you have like actual cable. Like streaming sources don't have it. But
Yeah,
everyone gets CW.
Cable, so
you don't need cable.
Do.
You don't need cable. You don't need streaming. You don't need anything to get CW. Go to CW.com, type in your zip code. They'll tell you your local affiliate. You get it for free over the air.
Good. So all of you that are off tomorrow have no excuse. You should be watching the women's game and cheering them on.
Unless you want to sleep past 11, because it is early. And then
we're bumping a Threes Company marathon on the CW.
I mean, that's what they tend to show on the CW.
Oh man! All right. Do we want to see my hoodies?
Let's a good way to end the show.
I have them right here off camera. I'm going to grab them. Hold on.
Okay, while you're doing that, let me just recap what's coming up next for both teams. So the women, of course, Florida State tomorrow. Host Clemson, 6 p.m. Thursday. Next Sunday at Georgia Tech, 2 p.m. That's Super Bowl Sunday. Men at Virginia, 7 p.m. on Monday. Then they have a nice little gap before hosting North Carolina, 4 p.m. on Saturday. And then they don't play again until the following Wednesday. So some nice spacing to hopefully get some health going there. That is the upcoming schedule for the Canes. And let us see these hoodies.
I'm actually really excited about this one because I saw the team wearing it when they had their France tour thing. And I wanted it. It's kind of big because they didn't have extra smalls, but I bought it anyway. That's it, but it's cool. I like the
that's the first time I noticed that says Adidas. I don't know how I didn't notice that says Adidas, but anyway.
Cool, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
And then this other one was my mom's favorite, and she's like, "You have to buy this one. I really like it." And also, I thought because I have so many black hoodies that it would be nice to like have a different color for a change. So I, got a gray one, and it was only $25, so why not?
Always original.
Yeah. Listen, $25 hoodies with a 20% off discount is a steal. And then
that last one looks like it's straight out of the 80s.
Right. I also bought my mom a new pair of Ultra Boosts because she needed new walking shoes. And so I introduced her to the world of Ultra Boosts. Got her nice silver. I was gonna get her the black ones, but they didn't have them in her size. So she's gonna try them out, and we wear the same shoe size. So if she doesn't like them, I'll just take them.
Oh, what do you know? What do you know? No.
But I bought them for her. I paid.
I know.
Yep.
I'll have to go by the bookstore.
And since we were there getting her shoes, I'm like, well, let me go check out the hoodies. So and then I love this one. It's so cool. So yeah, but
I'll have
also
to check out those new shoes at the bookstore when I'm out of quarantine.
can we talk about the shoes that Adidas just released? Because
So let me see if I can find them.
anybody that talks to me or knows me knows how much I love Adidas. Like when we switched to Adidas, I was very hesitant for a couple of years. I was like, no, Nike, Nike, Nike. But I have completely transformed my wardrobe and have like an entire rack just of Adidas. Vish can confirm this. He's seen my closet. I love Adidas and I love what they've done with the Ultra Boost and the Supernovas. I like all of these. These new ones that just came out are horrendous.
See,
I can't defend it. I think I was looking at them in the others because they released them in all the Adidas schools colors. I think they're horrible. I'm not sure. Like, are they supposed to be like futuristic? Like, I'm not really understanding. Like the lace thing, like the lace loops where it connects are like all the way like on the side of the shoe. Like it's just really weird. I am not a fan at all. I can't. I don't. The sole of the shoe, like the bottom looks cool, and then I like how they have like the insoles. One's orange and one's green. But when you look at it from the top and the side, especially because of the white sole, I hate the white sole. There's too much gray. Like make that black and maybe it looks a little bit better. I don't understand the gray.
The gray is why I might actually buy these because I have black, I've got orange, I've got green, gray.
So I know people bitched about this shoe.
I like those. I have those
because the orange was a little bit off. But honestly, I'm thinking about getting a second pair so I can wear them because these are my display ones. I love this shoe. I think this is one of the best Ultra Boost ever. Obviously, the original orange ones are really good. If this orange matched this better, I would give it a 10 out of 10. Because it's a little off, I give it a 9 out of 10. And then it has like Hurricanes on one side and then Miami on the other one. These are amazing. These are a negative 10. I think they're hideous. They're ugly. And maybe I'll change my mind if I see them in person because the other ones, those green ones that the casual green ones that they released a few months ago, I thought they looked really ugly online, and then I saw Flo wearing them, and they actually look a lot better in person. But I don't get the gray. The gray to me throws it all off.
I like the gray. It's different. Everything I have is like orange, green, or black. So
I hate it. Honestly, I don't like the shape of the shoe in general. I think the laces look weird. But the gray just throws it off.
I got to see them in person, but this is looking like a purchase for me. So then you'll see them in person on my feet.
Yeah, I'm not. And I pretty much buy every Adidas shoe, but I do not like those at all.
I think I'm going to buy these. I do not agree with your assessment.
Everybody has, and I'm the first person to defend Adidas because I love Adidas. I have so much of their shit. Obviously, you guys see me wearing Adidas hoodies all the time. I have an entire shelf again full of Adidas clothing, but those are not it. People were tagging me on the UM post that they posted them. People were tagging me, and I'm like, nope, those aren't it. And they're like, see, even she doesn't like them, and because people know my obsession with Adidas. I think they're terrible.
Yeah, well, I like them, so you can all fuck off, and I'm gonna go look at them in person.
You like Popeyes also, so I mean, everyone has their faults.
Yeah, I mean, because I appreciate flavored chicken.
That's why I eat Chick-fil-A.
Wow, we need to up your flavor game.
I'm curious which hoodie people like the best. This one, the peace sign one, or the gray one. I don't know if there's anybody still watching. They may have stopped watching after we stopped talking men's. I know Nate was around for the women's because he follows the women's team just as much as we do. Nate might have to get his own segment when we do our Buckets OG cast because we can talk women's hoops with him.
Yeah, we might. Maybe we can do his segment live in the Final Four in Cleveland.
Oh, if he goes, yeah, that'd be sick.
If he goes, or even if he doesn't, we'll remote him in.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna have to do buckets from outside the arena or something.
Can we bring a laptop into the arena?
No, but we can do it like on the there's downtime. Like, we'll figure all this shit.
Well, I mean, we have a whole day in between the semis and the finals. Before we play Iowa in the finals.
Just assume it's Iowa, huh? I mean, I know we're gonna be there, but I wouldn't assume the other teams.
What, we knock off Iowa in the semis?
Who knows? I mean, we're just gonna knock whoever is off in front of us, and then
God, bro, like that would be. I mean, obviously, I say like, oh, the men making the Final Four was like the best thing that's ever happened to me.
which
But
is
like,
such an exaggeration.
but
But
like,
anyway,
kind of knowing Coach Meyer like personally now, and talking to her on the show, and like interacting with her online and stuff, like I don't. That might be better if the women made it to the Final Four. That might top. I'm gonna run out of space on the wall behind me, um, for these things. But that would be amazing. Coach Meyer deserves it, man. She's such a great coach.
yeah,
That would
we'll
be
see.
amazing.
We gotta win tomorrow first.
Although if we make the Final Four next year, I promised Leah Harmon I would show up in a 42 jersey. So if we make the Final Four,
What's wrong with repeating as champions? Like you gotta
yeah, I
set
know
your
I'm
sights
saying,
bigger.
but I might, if we're really good next year, which we probably will be, I might have to get that made ahead of time into anticipation because I don't think you can get a jersey made that quickly, like in a week. So I still got to
Yeah,
finish my Kenny Kaji jersey. I still have the numbers I have to go get put on.
I told you where to go get it hooked up.
Yeah, I know. I just haven't had time.
Yeah, it's tough for you to get over to Daneland.
Well, when we're not potting,
I'm just
I'm
messing with
going
you.
to work, and
I
then I
am.
spend the
That
last 2 weeks
was.
with my mom. Listen, mother-daughter date monthly mother-daughter date night is very important. All right.
I was not being serious, and you know this.
Also, shout out to my brother. His birthday was 2 days ago, the first. Happy birthday, bro. He will never watch this, but
Shout out to him anyway.
right? I'm saying. If we ever go to London, I got a place to stay.
If the women's team does the tour instead of France, they go to London.
Right?
What was the travel package? Something ridiculous, like $10,000.
Oh, like the Baha Mar tournament? The Baha Mar
That was the
tournament?
Bahamar one. It was that.
Oh, no, the
you
Europe
got
one
on
was
the Europe trip.
stupid.
It was like 15 grand or some shit.
Do people pay for that?
No, maybe booster. I don't know, man. I don't,
Is there like a media discount?
media discount.
I don't know. I don't got like 10 grand to go do these
Media
things.
doesn't even show. I'm the only media that showed up to the ACC tip-off event. You think they're going to France?
Next year, me, you, and Matt are all going to.
Yeah, no, we
do that.
should. We should.
We're definitely. I just need a 5 Reasons Sports shirt that actually fits.
Well, then put some weight on.
I ordered an extra small.
I relax.
All right. Anything to add? Is anyone still watching this nonsense?
There's viewers apparently.
Coop's probably hiding in the background. He does that. He lurks. Nate's getting fitted for a tux, so he may have logged off.
Yes, he's getting fitted for a tux.
So, all right, no Mount Rushmore tonight because we don't have Matt. I hope you're having fun.
We don't do that without Matt.
Yeah.
Big win though. Big win. It was a good day for Canes hoops.
The women play tomorrow at 11. The
It's gonna be a
Canes
blowout.
the men play Monday. Unless Vish wants to do a post game by himself, there won't be a post game because I'll be working.
Yeah, no, I have 6 rings actually, which I'm gonna have to delay the start of because I'm not missing the beginning of the game.
So, that was Matt messaging us.
On the show, if we've got this much time to text. Could have done it from a beach in Costa Rica, man.
Chilling. Maybe he's drunk.
Maybe.
It wouldn't be the first time somebody's drunk on this show.
Hey, I was very upfront about that. You guys want to do midnight buckets? That's normal time.
We should do midnight buckets on next Saturday because it's like the Saturday before the Super Bowl.
We'll see how the Carolina game goes and see how we feel about that.
Well, we can either get drunk and be happy or get drunk because we're miserable.
True.
Win or lose, we booze.
Win or lose, we booze. Sounds like a plan.
All right. Anything else to add? Let's do fun light shows again.
Okay. Which one is this? I don't even remember which ones are what. There it is. Confetti.
What other ones do we got? Let's see. Reactions.
This is why I can't teach you how to do things on a computer. This is what happens. You're trying to cut to the hoodie cam. You're pressing all these buttons.
The hoodie cam got moved. I think it was because my lady came to clean the other day and the monitor got moved. So I have to fix it. I should test these things beforehand, but I didn't.
We do no show prep. That's our guarantee to you.
Hey, actually, I did show prep. Like I pulled out the whole. We have only made 20 free throws one other time. I went through each box score to get that information. So, just saying.
All right.
I think that's it. I think an hour of us talking is enough.
Yep.
What do you think?
Yep. I'm gonna check out those shoes when I get out of quarantine. That's for sure. See if I purchase them or not.
How many more days do we have left?
This is day 1 technically because yesterday was technically day 0. So I think Wednesday I'm free.
Is it 5 days now?
It's 5 days. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what the rule is anymore.
It's 5 days I'm free. So yeah, Wednesday I can come out of jail.
Yeah, if you give me COVID on Thursday, I'm gonna be really pissed.
Look, man, I'm just following CDC guidance, and actually, I'm probably like the only one doing because I'm telling people, yeah, I'm isolating for 5 days. Like people still do that. I'm like,
and
people
that's
aren't
why
doing that.
COVID is still a
Like,
thing.
what's wrong with you? Yes, I'm following the freaking guidance. I'm not gonna go
It's like,
infect people.
If you
What are
have
we doing
any
here?
illness, stay home.
No,
I don't
no
want
shit.
your flu.
I'm
I don't
like,
want your
look,
RSV. I don't want
the number of people,
all the other COVID viruses, coronaviruses that existed before COVID, because there was 5 other strains that make the common cold.
the number of people that have like in the last day plus told me, oh, no one follows. I'm like, are you out of your mind? I will be isolated until Wednesday.
Don't say these things to a healthcare worker.
I will be isolating until Wednesday as provided by CDC, even if I feel 100%.
Wait, didn't your niece and nephew have Chick-fil-A the other day?
They're not the only ones. I did too.
Also, Louisville is now up 12 with 4.5 minutes left.
Oh, you hate to see it.
I mean, honestly, I know we lost to Louisville, but I'd rather them beat FSU because FSU.
We lost to both teams. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Look, we got to get our quad 1 wins to make up for those 2 bad losses. That's why we got to win the next 2.
Yep.
And that'll basically balance out the 2.
I have like 7 tabs open of just like random basketball things I looked up before the show.
That is way too much show prep.
Well, I wanted to be able to discuss our free throws, so I looked up a lot of things. Is that Matt again? Oh, Matt is texting us a picture of his alcoholic beverage
That is a margarita. That's what that is.
with a lime.
And salt on the rim.
Should I send him a picture of my apple juice?
Forgot to take a pic earlier.
So this isn't his first drink.
Well,
I mean, he's in Costa Rica getting lit. That's all. That's all we need to know.
I'm hydrating.
I got the usual it's on the coaster. Thank you,
Nice.
Hurricane Club. I donate $100. They send me coasters. Good stuff.
And then you get to select parking too. So, good times.
Yep. Football season tickets are renewed. Section 350, row 20. Is it going to give me the thumbs up? Let's see.
Yeah, there it is.
A double thumbs up is fireworks.
That's a big celebration for
So wait, it's
exchanging-
one thumbs up is just the
Is the
the
hook?
little thing.
Yeah. Doesn't like your thumb. There it
There
is.
you go. But 2 thumbs up is fireworks. Now I know how to keep that one.
Way too much stuff. All right. I mean,
There you go.
see, the problem with the Apple is like the first thing you or I would have programmed is like, what does this do?
So wait, maybe 2 thumbs down is the rain. Hold on. I think I might have figured. Yep,
Yeah.
figured it out. I'm
See,
learning
the first thing we would have done was middle finger does something, but Apple would never.
Well, I've got the where's the fuck sign? I hid it so that my cleaning lady didn't think I was crazy. Hold on. There you go.
I got a clip you saying, "Where's the fuck sign?"
So yeah, beat FSU tomorrow. We're literally just rambling for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, FSU tomorrow, 11 a.m. Virginia for the men. Monday
I
at
must
7 p.m.
need quad 1 win. We need to get that game.
Then the women host Clemson. Everyone head out to the Watt Thursday, 6 p.m. Men host North Carolina, 4 p.m. a week from today. I know everyone will be out there for that because people show up for that game.
Am I off
then-
for that game?
You are. We've talked about this. We're going.
I don't remember. Oh, we're going. Okay, good stuff.
Yes.
You know my schedule better than I do. Because
Well,
he
then
show
you-
preps.
Then,
Well,
then
he
you,
doesn't show prep. He schedules the show, and that's as far as show prepping is concerned.
I schedule the show. I also do the credential requests.
Yes, that too.
So I have to know if you're going or not.
Alrighty, I think that's enough
I think that is enough.
for the evening. Anything else? That's it. Do I need to cue it up?
You have a job to do. I expect you to do it.
I was waiting for it to do the.
I know exactly what you're doing. It's not working for some reason.
All right, there we go. All right, now we can cue the socks outro.
Don't cry.
We getting buckets.
Keep it chill.
Yeah, baby.
Wear good socks.
Buckets.